that.
But that was another
was
show.
that?
The show goes in automation sometimes, and that's all that was. So
I know who that sounded like it was.
Hey, so anyway, let's digress. Stephen Wise here.
That's Michelle.
Yeah, and your boy Groovy.
Chanel Thomas.
Minister Calvin in the building. Male model reach.
Oh, wow.
He had the epic joint, son. He had the epic joint.
He gave us the official.
Yeah,
folks, listen, we're back. Separated 101. It's Tuesday night. Thank you first off listening to us every week. We appreciate you. There will be no show without you. We're talking to ourselves, and that wouldn't be any fun.
Yeah, we'll look crazy.
And our guest line, thanks to Delvin Thompson for calling in, Chanel for being here tonight, Calvin Tucker for being in. Yeah, and we were talking about, we got into the whole gay thing earlier about gay clothing, and I want to say this again. We are in no way male bashing or homophobic or discriminating against anyone in their orientation, sexuality, or anything at all. We're just talking about clothing and fashion and just topics. That's all. I love everybody, gay, straight. I love you all. All right, make that really clear. Everybody listening in. I don't want anybody mad at me tonight and stalking me down the street. Right, I am Mount Vernon. Okay, so nonetheless, I'm just going hard. What was so wrong tonight? We were talking about Kanye. Mr. Fashion. You know what? I want to talk about Kanye. It's funny how when Kanye wore a pink polo shirt and did different things fashion-wise, it was the first time done. But folks like me have been doing it for 10 years.
Yeah. Oh,
but I say that.
Wait,
was it Kanye or was it Fat Joe that did it first?
No, Kanye.
Are you sure? Because I believe on 106 back in the day, Fat Joe stepped up on there.
I only seen Fat Joe.
It was a toss-up. Maybe the Fat Joe or Kanye.
But it's funny how, like, as a celebrity, in The Power of Money, the Bible even says that money answers all things and the broke man has no voice. And how great you are with a great idea that you have. If you have no money, you really have no voice. That's how they push it. You know, the Bible says it. That's scripture. Despite all my antics tonight, I am Bible-based. I get it. So with that being said, Kanye had money. He had a voice. He had power and influence. And so if all who wore pink shirts for 3 years, it wouldn't matter. But if Kanye wears it, it's a new fashion trend.
So intriguing.
Yeah. Interesting how you know, and I'm happy for him. I'm happy that he was able to be this. I like it because he's able to be an artist. Like, he's not this dude that's so dope on the corner and got hood tails. I like that about him.
I understand that.
Because he's kind of like me. Like, I was, like, I couldn't sell drugs in the wintertime. It'd be too cold.
I understand that. And there's several.
I would come outside from like Easter to like Labor Day. I was gone.
I'm on vacation.
I see her after Easter.
Hold on, you know what?
Spring break coming. I'm back on the block. I'm sorry. I mean, listen,
hey,
I'd be a fashion with drug dealer. I would, like, if I'm not.
Top three best dressed rappers gotta be Tiger, Big Sean, and Fabulous. I'm trying to told you. I just want to throw that in there.
Nah, I don't know about Fabulous, man.
Really? No, I don't think Fabulous has that much swagger. Honestly.
He has a stylist though. I said best dressed. I didn't say. I ain't talking about nobody's swag.
See, for me, if you're talking about the stylist, the fashion, it all like fits in together. You know, you can't just have a stylist and go out there. Some people do. They just have stylists. They go out there. They look good. But some people have swag. This is why females who I still can never ever get my head around this. This is why females will go crazy over Lil Wayne. That man look horrible, but he has swag. This is why people love him.
Oh, he has money.
And he has money. So that's the thing. I think that also comes in when it comes to Kanye West.
If me and Mr. Calvin became instant millionaires right now and wore zoot suits or whatever, I don't know.
Well, it wouldn't matter that we were millionaires. We would have to do something on TV that would make us celebrities in kids' minds. That's what it is.
You got to be a part of pop culture because you can't just sit there and be like, you know what, I got $8 trillion.
Because Magic Johnson's what, a billionaire? I mean,
fashion, everybody, let's go naked.
Billionaires don't have any fashion influence.
And what's his name? The Apple guy who unfortunately died, Steve Jobs. He always used to wear the plain black. And oh my gosh, let's not speak about Simon Cowell. He used to wear his high-waisted shirt. His high-waisted trousers. That looked horrible. Nobody used to wear that.
Trousers?
Yeah.
You know where he's from? Where's he from?
He's from England.
Was that a style like back?
No.
Are you sure that's not like foundations of fashion?
100%. Okay. We used to
I ever noticed that the richest people, like the most successful and powerful people, they have Like they look like you would not ever rob them ever because they look like they have nothing.
Did you know that the guy that on Walmart, Sam Walton, wore Hawaiian shirts into a pickup truck?
Exactly. Like you just be like if you was a dude, if you was
crazy. I would never do that.
And I would not. And I'm not saying I rob people, so I need that disclaimer. I need that disclaimer.
But in the fact that goes back to, and I love coming to America for this reason, and you're from Africa. Segue though. Our culture, our heritage, we were very fashionable.
Hakeem,
yes, absolutely.
Hakeem.
Yeah, and we believed in looking good and looking like we had money.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's culture for us. That's not like it's a Hollywood thing. That's innate in us.
Culture. We was raised just to look clean. But back in take a bath and iron your clothes.
Well, that's American. That's American. African culture.
I understand that's our African culture, and I know that like everybody in the past, but most of them dudes who were really flashy, they were successful. Now it comes to a point where if dudes got Jordans on, or Jordans, or a chain, like a fat chain, not the one I got on, there's a fat chain, like they really doing something, but they can't even realize
it's rented, it's not
exactly.
The wealthiest people, the clothes are a lot more understated.
Exactly, yeah.
And I love this phrase that Denzel said in American Gangster. I love this phrase. The loudest one in the room is the weakest one in the room.
Yep.
And sometimes it's something, and so Denzel wore great suits in American Gangster, but they were classic.
Yeah.
That's what makes Ralph Lauren. I love Ralph. I don't care who says he's racist. I don't really give a flying flip. But I love, and Ralph was a poor kid from, for those in the fashion of Ralph Lauren. Ralph Lauren's name is Ralph Lipschitz.
Wow.
Whatever is not his last name. Ralph Kid is like the third or fourth child of 5. Mm-hmm. They were poor kids of Brooklyn. Ralph didn't come from money, for those who didn't know. Ralph was not born a billionaire. Yeah. Ralph was poor, lived in an apartment in Brooklyn, and he wore hand-me-downs. That's the Ralph Lauren story. Louis Vuitton's story was he traveled carrying luggage. He was like rode the trains, and he was helping load luggage. That's why the original Louis Vuitton accessories were luggage, because they traveled by train, and the luggage and the trunks were functional. Because they travel by train. So a lot of these designers didn't come from money.
Yeah, it just came in because.
So that's why I respect the Louis and the Ralph
Lauren. Normal life kind of hit them into into some, I don't know. Like,
no, Ralph Lauren. You know the reason why Ralph. I'm trying to ask her, but you know why Ralph chose polo?
Why?
The reason Ralph chose polo because polo was a rich man's sport.
That's true.
It's a lifestyle. It's a lifestyle. People who play polo, they drive Bentleys. They play in country clubs. They don't have jobs. It's a lifestyle.
Yeah.
That's why it's polo. Polo is not because it's the sport. It's what rich folks play. Rich folks only play football.
So it's pretty much
rich man's lifestyle.
Pretty much it's pretty much like a jersey or what they usually wear. Though.
It's the uniform of the rich.
The uniform.
Okay.
Polo is the uniform of the rich. That's what Ralph. He took. I'm a poor kid from Brooklyn, but I want to identify with the rich. So he found the clothing of the wealthy and made that a brand.
That is smart.
That's what Ralph Lauren is. For those who don't know.
Definitely.
Ralph Lauren has cattle. He sells beef.
What?
Yeah.
Wow.
Like Ralph's a billionaire.
Man, so
Armani is a billionaire too. Those who don't know.
Oh yeah, of course. I would not doubt that.
And guess what? He's not public. He's privately owned, not public.
I like that.
That's
Companies
smart.
that are like that tend to
that's smart.
Really
pretty much they last.
I think I'll do like a fashion fact every week or something.
I think you should do that.
Yeah.
We can learn a whole lot of stuff from you. Seminar.
Do a boot camp, designers boot camp.
Yeah. Based on what we just discussed on all these people from the beginnings who've done really, really well, what do you think is Kanye West's influence? Because let me just take my opinion.
Music, fashion.
I love Yeezus.
There we go. Let me just take my opinion, and then you guys can come forward. So I'm speaking all together. His music, his fashion, his life, and his attitude. I personally think that he's altogether big-headed. He's got so much of it. And I don't think there's anything wrong with having confidence. You know, especially when you're in this entertainment, industry. As a model, I know that for me to take the job from a 5'7" model as a 5'1" model is my confidence.
I'm 5'8", below industry height. We doing it.
There we go. You have to have your confidence. You have to know yourself, and he's got that. There is no doubt. But I think he's gone way beyond that, and he's just got this big ass ego. And personally, like I was saying earlier, I will not listen to a man who's calling himself Jesus. You are not Jesus. No, you are not
Let's
God.
Go, shots fired.
Here we go.
Let's go. Here we go. Oh, snap.
So where do you guys think his ego is coming from?
Okay, all right. I think. Go ahead, man. Go ahead.
I mean, this my title alone. People just expect me to just be against what he's doing and who he is. The title minister. I'm supposed to hear Yeezus and be like, oh my God, he's going to hell. But you know what? If you think about the word entertainer, you gotta take it for what it is.
Yeah.
You know, they're entertainers, so they can entertain. And controversy is how they sell, is how they get people into them, is how they brand themselves. Controversy is how they stay famous. Yep. So I'm not mad at him for doing what he does. I am, I'm not happy with the title because it is blasphemy. However, and I don't purchase his music.
Oh, man.
I don't support in that sense. But in the sense of respecting him as an entertainer and loving the creativity of it and the craziness of it, I do. It's the same thing with Nicki Minaj. I don't like all her music, of course, because of the stuff she raps about. And I like positive rap, just to say that, so we don't, open another box. But she kills, and she's an entertainer. What can you do? Hey,
absolutely.
If you don't like it, don't buy the music. I don't buy the music because I don't like it.
I respect them as artists, definitely. I respect them as artists. I think he's great at what he does, and I definitely understand.
And when you're an artist, you have to be kind of psycho. If it's your passion, I've learned that.
We
are weird. We are weird. If you're really passionate about your art,
you have to be.
Your average person will look at you like, what? Like he said, he's in a fabric store, and he leaves fulfilled. There's something that when you reach for your passion, there's a fulfillment in that that your average person can't understand.
And now Stephen goes in. All right. I'm gonna say it.
Drum roll.
I applaud him for the Yeezus album.
Okay.
I agree with the idea.
That's not happy.
Now, right? And I was
just explain to me.
And I was give you scripture to back it up.
Just explain it.
He about to give me a scripture to back it up.
First of all, is in Genesis, and you know this, Calvin. Those of you all probably know this, and he said, "Give me in my image and likeness."
Okay.
That in itself.
So I am God.
Wait. Where are you going with the image and likeness?
God said we made his image and likeness.
Got that, but where are you connecting Kanye and the likeness?
The likeness is that we are all little gods. We're not the God. We're not the God. I'm not saying we aren't the God, but we're all little gods. We're all trying to get back to the primal state.
Not little gods, little reflections of God.
Well, but in that sense, it's like...
That's why image is a reflection. A reflection. Something that represents.
If you look in Psalms, 82:6, it says.
All right.
If you look at
I understand the backing behind Yeezus. I love the concept of it because it's actually different. And what he actually do is he pissed a lot of people off, but he's still successful with it. His marketing plan was one of the best.
I don't think it was marketing. I think it may have been.
It's craziness and marketing.
But
who a person is can be great marketing.
Yeah.
But listen,
he's clearly out of it. Mentally,
if you go with Christianity,
that's automatic sales.
If you go with Christianity,
Lady Gaga, I don't think she's a gimmick. That's what she's crazy.
But
automatically sells.
If you go with Christianity, even Psalm says it. Ye are as little gods. It says it.
But you gotta interpret that the right way.
Look,
God represents purity. Okay, him rapping about shooting and Bugattis and sex before marriage. Everything that he raps about becomes what his name represents. So Jesus, I'm talking about Kanye and him trying to flip scriptures to...
Alright, look, this is my...
I'm not condoning his lifestyle.
It sounds like you are. It sounds like
let me talk about
Kanye. I'm not doing a lifestyle. I'm condoning him realizing the fact of what we are. The fact that every single day of our lives we're trying to get back to the state of perfection. That's our whole plight in life.
I can buy that. I can buy that. But his idea is not from a Christian standpoint. It might be a different view of perfection. That's where you're not clarifying. That's where I'm like the Bible.
When we got here on earth as infants, we were perfect. As soon as we crossed from being from conception to being born, we lost our perfection. We lost it. We spent our whole life looking for Christ or whatever our entire life trying to get back to that perfect state. Be it through business, be it through love, whatever, our whole life is spent trying to get back to God. So, most of us never get there.
My Lord.
We struggle trying to get back to what we always were. Back to our future. So with that being said, Kanye, as most hip-hop artists have, they have more sense. We go to church every single Sunday and walk out broke and miserable and tote God. They don't go to church at all and have more a conception of reality and scripture and wealth and prosperity and happiness than what
scripture.
Folks are going. Wait a minute. They go to church every single Sunday and walk out broke.
First off, let me say something about the album Yeezus. Let me say something about the album Yeezus. First off, he went crazy with the sound. Like the sound was
every album is crazy with Kanye.
No. But the sound was because you see different things happen throughout the different albums, and I listen to Kanye I'm talking musically.
He was off the
walls. I'm gonna talk musically, and then I'm gonna talk about the concept. Okay. All right, so soundly, I thought it was okay, and I loved Kanye and my dark twisted fantasy. I actually liked Kanye when he was actually singing because you saw a dark side to him that threw everybody off.
He cannot sing.
So he knows that.
But his music was sounded. His music was sounded. It was still fine art. It wasn't like anything that you just be like, oh, this is cool, throw it away. No, it was fine art. It was sounded.
This is a great show.
The album. And the album still goes on today. A lot of people still listen to the album. When it comes to Yeezus, I think he was angry, and I could see why he was angry. The dude had so much put up that he had to keep in himself for the longest time. Exactly, like he had so much stuff that he had to keep in for a long period of time. And now Yeezus was all the expression, and with all that expression that he had and all the anger that he put it on album. Now, one thing about anger is that anger can be unfocused, right? You can be mad, you can be angry, and you do something very stupid because you're angry.
Right.
That's what I thought the first half of Yeezy was. Like, you just saw a whole bunch of anger. You just see him being mad. You just see him talking. You just see him, like, saying a whole bunch of stuff. But the sound and what he was saying wasn't coming together. When the second half came in, that's when I found out that he was angry, but he had direction to it. That's the problem. When I said Yeezy was okay, I didn't say it was bad or good. A lot of people was like, man, it's music and it's art and it's incredible and stuff like that. He's a genius. And then you got the people like, man, this joint is whack. Where the old Kanye at? No, I say that even though he was angry, he wasn't as focused as he used to be. He wasn't as focused as he used to be throughout the whole album. So when Yeezus came out, the first half was just, I'm about to break something, like him running around the room smashing things with a hammer. But then the second half, you can see like, all right, let me explain to y'all why. And his music kind of played out in that direction, and it had like a flow to it.
And where do you think his focus is on now then?
I think
in the second half.
In the second half, in the second half, he's that.
Because
well, you know, let me say this. A lot of times when people kind of link themselves or connect themselves with the crucifixion of Christ, such as Yeezus, or Jesus, they talk about the fact that he was crucified, and they kind of use that in our life and kind of make it practical apply to us. For example, Kanye could possibly be using Yeezus to symbolize that he's been crucified by the media, by fans who are mad with him, by society. That's what a lot of artists that I've heard explain. But anytime they use the crucifixion to like promote their art or something, it's about how Jesus was crucified by the people that claim they loved him, and how celebrities are loved. And then by the same people that love them, are the same people that
or they're crucified, as the.
So I can't see that point.
Like you see Kanye, Kanye. Everybody loves Kanye. Everybody loves his music. There is at least one album that anybody,
has owned.
Frank, other people. There's at least one album that they like from Kanye. You cannot tell me that. A lot of people like Kanye West.
Well, you know what?
But the problem, but his fame and his talent soon became a detriment to him, because with all that talent, there's going to be fame. With all that fame, there's going to be money. With all that money, you're going to bring attention to you.
Right. But you know, who's their mentors, though?
But I really think Kanye has been able, and it's almost that time, folks, but I really think Kanye has been able to, all seriously, I think he's been able to take And you know, most hip hop is always talking about drugs, sex, women, and yada. They've been able to talk about his issues, his real issues. Like I have issues. Like I know I'm not right. I know I'm screwed up sometimes. I know this shit broke my heart, or I'm mad at you, or Jay pissed me off today. And he's done that, you know. And I applaud him being honest about himself, because most hip hop is really honest to me. It's always what the media says sell, or what the label says sell or offer. But he's been able, I think, to just take what he feels, my emotions. I'm angry, I'm mad, I miss my mother, I should have screwed your chick, you mad I screwed your chick, or whatever it may be, and or I want to screw your chick, you know, and I think it's refreshing. I applaud him for not being, be it we agree or not on if the album was good or not, I applaud him for not being afraid.
He got an A for effort.
Not be afraid. He got an A for effort.
He got a gold star and a lollipop.
I actually got to review this for. Oh yeah, make sure you pay attention to WPB Radio's blog, because we drop a lot of dope. Whether it's April J dropping a news.
And if those don't
drop a lot of what? Wait, you drop a lot of what?
Like April J be dropping the funniest news,
she
and
really
like she had me cracking
and
up.
our blogs are up there, like
our blog is
up there with like Radio 1 right now.
Exactly.
Like we're doing numbers.
Y'all gotta peep our blog, man. I recently reviewed Daft Punk. Like we have
with Pharrell. And they've been around forever.
Wait. But tonight I'm actually gonna be reviewing Yeezus for the first time for WPB Radio, all exclusive. And y'all have to peep game. Y'all gotta tune into the blog. But before we leave, I'm just saying that Yeezus was his cycle of anger.
Okay, I'll take that.
I'll buy that.
His cycle of anger.
I understand that.
And I just hope the next. First off, I'm scared of the audience that he's gonna bring because of Yeezus. Because you see that, you know, the first 3 albums he brought, you know, the hip hop heads, the backpack people, and then when he went that dark route, you started to see that, you know, he brought the depressed people in there. He brought a different crowd.
So do you think this album is going to be a blessing to them, or is it going to be something that's going to keep them where they are?
It's going to be a blessing to a crowd.
He'll lose some and gain some.
It's going to be a blessing to.
I'm talking about the messages that are on the album. Are they uplifting for the people that are depressed,
it's going to be
are they like stay depressed? Because I am.
That we don't know about, that's beyond us, who can agree with the sound and
some of this
take
stuff,
it.
and I am
and I'm scared. I am kind of scared. I'm really kind of scared.
But you said it's going to be uplifting to them, so why are you scared?
I mean, no, because look,
I'm confused.
It's going to be uplifting to. Look, it's going to be uplifting to that certain crowd, but that crowd is dark, so we don't know what's going to happen next. I just hope that he can come back.
Keep an eye out, and I definitely want to. Go ahead and listen to your read your blog.
So listen, folks. Thank you. It's been Tuesday night. We can go for another hour about this Kanye thing.
Yes.
We really could.
So we've covered gay tonight, fashion, being an indie artist,
next week
gay mannequins,
Asia.
Asian, if they were Asian.
Yeah, we want to talk about the industry in Asia.
Asian industry, that's a big deal. I have some sneakerhead friends who do this, because Asia's a really big sneaker culture.
Yeah. Sneaker game.
Dumb culture.
Don't give me crazy. Don't give me.
You see that in how they look. We're gonna talk about it.
Yes. So Calvin, how can folks find you?
You can find me by dialing 410-303-6841. That is my booking number if you need somebody for a live event, fashion show, or what it is. 410-303-6841 for your fashion and music needs. YouTube, type in Minister Calvin Tucker, Brother Calvin, New York Fashion Week, page 109. The Male Model Reach. That's a new movement I launched for male models.
All right,
Thank y'all for having me.
That was nice and quick.
You can reach me by phone 443-801-6707. Instagram, Ambergram Clothing. That is AMBIGRAM Clothing, or ambergramclothing.net.
You can catch me at Get 'em Lifted on 9 on Twitter and Instagram.